Hey and howdy everyone, it's Jeannie with Paper Pixie Ink, and today I want to share with you a new album that I made. This one is 8x8 this way, well 8.5 by 8.25. It is smaller, it only has 2 signatures in it. It has some fun components. It was made using the paper collection from Graphic 45 called A Christmas Carol. I had one 8x8 paper pad and that was it. So 24 sheets, so I made this album. So let's take a look. Okay, so I had some red kind of velvet looking cloth in my stash, and so I just used that to cover my my cover. And I stitched, I don't know if you can really see, but I stitched along it in just some gold thread to kind of help keep everything together. And then when you open it up, you have, I used some red cardstock and some green cardstock to kind of coordinate to extend the papers that I had, because again, I only had one paper pad, 24 sheets of 8x8 papers. So this is one of the cut aparts. So I just matted it on some black cardstock, and then I created this waterfall feature because we all know how much I like my waterfalls. It is magnetized, so it will stay closed, and then this opens up and we just have this here. So this is a tuck spot, so you can tuck photos in here, you can mat photos on here, and then we have a pocket with some inserts, and this is magnetized, so it will stay closed because this is kind of heavy and you don't want anything falling out of your pockets. So we have just Christmas Carol. Again, these were cut aparts. So is this one. And then this just opens up for some extra photo mats. We got photo mat, and this is just another scrap piece that I had left over from making the pages. And then this is a slightly different component. So this just opens like this. You have quite a few mats. You don't really have any place to mat underneath because they are all attached, but there is 5 large photo mats right there. And then the 2 signatures are pocket pages. So we have these nice big inserts. And then this is just kind of a basic page right here. These are magnetized and they're little photo mats. They are magnetized, so they will stay closed and attached on these little bands. So this is just the same. It says, "I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year." And then this opens up. It is magnetized, so it will stay closed. And then these are just some kind of pop-up-y style photo mats. And then you can mat photos on here as well. And then these were cut aparts in the paper pad, and I just created a couple of extra tuck spots, so you can mat photos on here. You can mat some photos down there as well. And then this is kind of a basic, I shouldn't say basic page, it's not a basic page, it's a pop-up. You've seen this in some of my other albums before. This just pops open. It is magnetized, so it will stay closed, but you've got some photo mat spaces here. And then this lifts off here. This component is also magnetized, so it will hold this page closed. So obviously you can use this space to mat photos as well if you wanted. And then this just pops open like this. So you have You could mat photos up here if you really wanted to. You have these two large 4x6 photo mats here, and then you have a space to mat photos here. So you could mat a couple of 3.5x5 photos on here as well if you wanted to. And then again, you can mat smaller photos and leave, you know, a red ring around it, or, you know, they will fit 4x6 photos with about 1/8 of an inch of the red showing around the rim. And then we have another one of our large inserts. So obviously you can fit quite a few photos on here if you wanted to, as well as the front as well. So, and then this is a more basic component. We have pockets here, so they're diagonal pockets, and we just are using this to hold this closed, so there's no actual closure on this. And then you have this, and again, this was one of the cut aparts from one of the pages in the paper pad. So you have lots of room for journaling. You can write a list, whatever. And then you have this insert as well. So you have quite a bit more space here. And again, you can mat some pretty decent sized photos on here. So you could do, if you had, you know, you could crop 4x4, 4.5 by 4.5. If you had 5x7 photos, you could crop like a 5x5 on here for sure. So quite a bit of space there. You could mat photos on these. I probably wouldn't, just because I like the paper and I don't want to hide it. And then this flips open like this. And you can put a 4x6 photo on here if you wanted to. They would fit. It would be tight, but they would fit. And you definitely have some space to mat some photos here as well. So you can mat a couple 3.5x5s. You could mat a 4x6. So lots of space there. And then this last page, this opens just like this. So this was just another one of the cut aparts from one of the papers in the paper pad. So you have room to do some journaling here. This is open, so you can tuck in here, you can mat some photos on here. And then this just opens like this. So you can mat some smaller photos on here if you wanted, and then these mat some cropped photos as well. And if you wanted to, you could use these spaces to mat photos as well. But since these are tuck spots, you also have that space as well. So that is the album. I know it's kind of smaller, but there is actually quite a bit of space in here for photos still. You can either use photo mats, you can mat on some of the more pattern style papers, and I mean, you can add more inserts. So obviously this space here you could add inserts to, and then you have your pocket up here as well that still has, you can still fit quite a few extra photo mats and whatnot in there as well. So that is the album. I hope you guys enjoyed today's walkthrough. As always, if you are interested in seeing more videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks everyone.